Yo, it's Zah back here with you. Just wanna see what y'all thought about yesterday's recruiting class. Fortunately for me, I didn't have the time to kind of watch a lot of the goings on of what transpired yesterday. I was handling some business. So just wanted to see what y'all thought about that, because I'm hearing, a lot of, negative coming out, about is this a bad class? And I'm hearing all these guys, the talkers, a lot of the talking heads that disseminate the message for the University of Miami. I hear some coming out, some of the same ones that jock for Mario being the first choice as coach. Now they want to get out and talking about we're not getting the Jimmys and Joes and we need the Jimmys and Joes to win games and all of this. What y'all think about that? Let's chop it up. First, I just want to say my opinion on what transpired yesterday. If I'm not mistaken, I've read something like we just signed 8 players. And we have an opportunity in February to complete the class with approximately 20 players or 22 players, or something to that nature. That's good. Now that we have Mario Cristobal, I'm not going to engage in conversation about what if we had Lane Kiffin, or what if we had Dave Aranda or Luke Fickle. None of that. None of these coaches that I was out there tooting the horn for. I'm not finna talk about that. Because now we got our man. Now we got to get in the trenches and support him. And now I'm hearing all these, like I say, the same ones got out there want to. Now it sounds like they're trying to bevy up some excuses, but ain't no excuses now. And this is what I try to tell the fan base. They want to talk about, they tired of listening to the complaining fans about the 2-star and the 3-star. This is what I'm listening to them saying. If Jimmy could have did it with the 2-star and the 3-star and the other great coaches done it with the non-star player, why is it a problem that the now coach can't do it? That's what they're saying. And I'm saying, I've been lobbying for a coach, because in this time and era, you're going to need a coach, because guess what? You're going up against so many other factors. You got the Nick Saban factor, who, going to get a hold of 5-star. You got all of his assistants around the league who going to get the 5 stars. Why? Because their program kicking out dollars to these players. They know this. I mean, I've read many times before, man, what the Alabama boosters and stuff and Auburn boosters and stuff doing things for the players. On our half, if we did that, or when we did do that, we found ourselves in sticky water that led to probation. No, we don't need a coach to come back and try to replicate probation, because we know how that feels. We just need a coach that can coach. So I don't want no excuses about, Mario didn't sign the right. No. He got the right guys. He got the right. I seen the guys that he got. That's good. Bring them in, usher them along in the program with the ones we have. Ain't no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. I hear him talking about Texas class. I hear him talk about even Florida State class. Man, don't even compare to Florida State. I hear him talk about Alabama, Georgia, all. I didn't hear him mention Clemson one time, right? I hear Dabo out there hollering and screaming about it's unfair. It's gonna be like that. We're in a society, we gotta understand this football culture now have changed, and in change, you got to do things different. And I'm saying, if you're a real coach, you can peel the onion back from these players and get the best out of what you got and win games. And I'm not just talking about any games. I'm talking about win at a high level. I point to Luke Fickle because this is obviously none of these talking heads understand this man ain't never had a top 40 class. He never. That's right. And people, well, he got in the playoff. He just getting in the play. Should have been in it. Dude, it took politics. Politics have held him out of the playoff. Why? Great team. And there's a lot of other smaller teams that have been. You have Boise been there. You have had Utah been there. You had many smaller teams that have been kicking butt at that level because they had quality coaching. That's right. With subpar talent. And so I'm just listening to it, and man, it's very difficult for me to listen to this nonsense. But you got to, because we just a small segment of the conversation online. The bigger programs take up the space. When you have the Alabamas, like I said, the Georgias, and all the ones in the playoff, that's the conversation. And ESPN has been marketing the SEC, for who knows how long. And so they're going to keep them rotating in the cycle. You can't, I got XM radio. It's very difficult to hear something positive about Miami on there. I done explained that to you. That's why I said they're rooting against us. And now, I expect the fans to feel like that, because they had been told Mario gonna come over here and flip the script, and we're gonna have all 4 and 5 stars, and it's gonna be, well, listen, give him time. He just got here, a week ago, and not signing day. Hell, if this administration wouldn't have been on their ass, that's what I say. Now, if they wouldn't have been sitting around picking their nose, things could have been better. They let it snowball down there and let the momentum get up and all the talk get about how they doing Manning. It's administration. So get a man time. This is what I say. Because I'm gonna give him time, but I'm not gonna let him bring up this excuse machine. No, that ain't gonna happen to me. I told y'all, we got to hold them accountable. And it sounds like these talking heads trying to get out there in front of the steam so the accountability will be pushed off to the side and say, oh, we just got to understand. And I'm hearing all of them, because the ones that are talking, I ain't got to talk about them, y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't got to talk about them because y'all hear them every day. The voice of, them ones. Every time I hear I try to absorb what they trying to say, man, and it's saddening. Every time that I listen to them, because I'm sitting up there saying, they sound like they know about football. But then on the other breath, they sound like they ready for some excuses. Or they sound like they paid off or something. Again, this is me. And I'm going to cut it just like it is. And I'm glad that I have an opportunity. I know this is like I said, it's a big pool of information out here. And people gleaming from it and getting hope and getting information from it. And then right here, what I'm saying, it's the only informative thing that I'm saying is this. We got to hold them accountable. This means something. Because if you hold them accountable, you're not finna let them sit around here and push off 3-4 years of mediocrity, because they'll do it. They'll do it. Now, I watched all along for years, man. And these same people talking to them, and they somehow resurrect one or somehow make another platform, but they all saying the same thing, except mediocrity. That's what they're saying. I'm telling you, and I'm saying I'm not. And I am going to give Coach Cristobal his shot. And I do think he going to hire a quality staff. Or should I say, I hope, And I understand that it's been a little slow. Maybe a lot of the candidates he looking up, they such good candidates, they still out there in the mix of things. Maybe, and hopefully that's it. But I'm cheering for us. And I'm hoping for us. And I'm not listening to the BS coming from these streams of information or these sources out here put out here to dumb us down, to mull us down. Yeah, I think the fan base should be restless. And I think the fan base should stay restless. That's right, until the product on the field meets our expectation. That's right. And that's winning, baby. So don't give in to people like that, because the voice of college, again, they start to sound like Danny and Dusty, or Dusty and Danny, You know, yeah, y'all know Danny Cornell. Yeah, the Seminole, a true hater. Don't want to never see us rise. That's what some of these so-called Miami informationers out here starting to sound like, just want to keep us in stagnation. That's right. So I'm going to leave it on that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there.